Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive into a comprehensive tutorial on compositing in Alight Motion. This will cover various techniques, from basic alpha compositing to more advanced blending modes and masking. We'll also integrate some expressions where appropriate to make your compositions dynamic. What is compositing? Compositing, in the context of video editing and motion graphics, is the process of combining multiple visual elements, video clips, images, text, shapes, etc., into a single coherent scene. It's about layering and blending these elements to achieve a desired final look. This involves controlling the transparency, position, color, and overall interaction of each element. 2. Understanding the Alight Motion interface for compositing. Before we jump into techniques, let's briefly review the key areas in Alight Motion that are crucial for compositing. Timeline. This is where you arrange your layers in time. The order of layers matters. The topmost layer will be visible on top of layers below it. Effects panel. This is where you apply effects to individual layers. Many effects are directly related to compositing, like blending modes, masks, and color correction. Transform panel. This allows you to control the position, scale, rotation, and opacity of each layer, which is essential for placing elements precisely within your composite. Masking panel. You can create masks, shapes or images, to control which parts of a layer are visible. Blending and opacity. The setting, found in layer properties, controls how a layer interacts with the layers beneath it. 3. Basic alpha compositing, the foundation. The most basic form of compositing is alpha compositing. This is essentially layering elements and controlling their transparency. Importing media. Start by importing the media you want to composite, images, videos, etc., into your Alight Motion project. Layer order. Arrange the layers in your timeline so that the background is at the bottom and elements you want to appear in front are at the top. Opacity. The most basic control. You can adjust the opacity of a layer in the transform panel. A lower opacity value makes the layer more transparent, allowing layers below to show through. Example, simple overlay. 1. Import a background image, example a landscape. 2. Import a foreground image, example a logo or text. 3. Position the foreground image over the background using the transform panel, position, scale. 4. Adjust the opacity of the foreground image to a value less than 100% to blend it with the background. 4. Blending modes, unleashing creative possibilities. Blending modes are a fundamental aspect of compositing that go beyond simple transparency. They define how the colors of a layer interact with the colors of the layers underneath. Where to find blending modes. In the Layer Properties panel, accessed by tapping on a layer in the timeline, you'll find a Blending and Opacity section. Expand this, and you'll see a drop-down menu with a list of blending modes. Common blending modes. Normal. The default. The layer is simply placed on top of the layers below it, with the opacity controlling the visibility. Multiply. Darkens the underlying layers. It multiplies the color values of the layer with the colors of the layers below. Useful for creating shadows or darkening effects. Screen. Lightens the underlying layers. It inverts the colors, multiplies them, and inverts the result. Good for creating glows or highlights. Overlay. A combination of multiply and screen. Darkens dark areas and lightens light areas. Add adds the color values of the layer to the colors of the layers below. Creates a bright, glowing effect. Difference calculates the absolute difference between the color values. Can create interesting color inversions and abstract effects. Subtract subtracts the color values of the layer from the layers below. Can create darkening or desaturation effects. Darken keeps the darker pixel values between the layer and the ones under. Lighten keeps the lighter pixel values between the layer and the ones under. Color dodge brightens the colors beneath based on the luminance of the blending layer. Color burn darkens the colors beneath based on the luminance of the blending layer. Experimentation is key. The best way to learn blending modes is to experiment with them. Try different modes on different layers to see the effect. Example, creating a glowing text effect. 1. Create a text layer. 2. Duplicate the text layer, tap the layer and choose Duplicate Layer. 3. On the top text layer, apply a Gaussian blur effect, Effect Blur Gaussian Blur. Adjust the blur amount to create a soft glow. 4. Set the blending mode of the top text layer to add or screen. 5. Adjust the opacity of the top text layer to control the intensity of the glow. 6. Optionally, change the text color of one of the layers to create more interesting effects. Masking, precisely controlling visibility. Masking is a powerful technique that allows you to selectively hide or reveal parts of a layer. Alight Motion offers several ways to create masks. Shape masks. You can use built-in shapes, circles, rectangles, stars, etc., to create masks. Vector masks, drawings. You can draw custom shapes with the pen tool to create masks. Image masks. You can use another image as a mask. The brightness of the pixels in the image controls the transparency of the layer being masked. How to create a mask. 1. Select the layer. Choose the layer you want to mask. 2. Add a mask layer. Draw a shape or import an image that you'll use as a mask. 3. Select both layers. Tap the first layer, press the 3 dots on the top right of the screen, tap Select all layers, then tap the mask icon, then tap Mask. 4. Adjust masking. Now the first layer will only show the parts within the mask. Masking options. Add the mask area reveals the layer. Subtract the mask area hides the layer. Intersect only the area where the mask and the layer overlap is visible. Exclude the area where the mask and the layer overlap is hidden. Example, creating a text reveal with a shape mask. 1. Create a text layer. 2. Create a shape layer, example a rectangle. 3. Position the shape layer over the text layer. 4. Animate the shape layer to move across the text, revealing the text as it moves. 5. Select both layers, tap the first layer, press the 3 dots on the top right of the screen, tap Select all layers, then tap the mask icon, then tap Mask. Example, using an image as a mask. 1. Import an image you want to mask, example a video clip. 2. Import an image you want to use as a mask, example a silhouette or a gradient. The white areas of the mask will be visible, and the black areas will be transparent. 3. Select both layers, tap the first layer, press the 3 dots on the top right of the screen, tap Select all layers, then tap the mask icon, then tap Mask. 6. Color correction and grading. After compositing elements, you often need to adjust the colors to make everything look consistent and harmonious. Alight Motion provides several tools for color correction and grading. Asterisk exposure / gamma / contrast asterisk. These are fundamental controls for adjusting the overall brightness and contrast of a layer. Asterisk hue / saturation / luminance. HSL allows you to adjust the hue, color, saturation, intensity of the color, and luminance, brightness, of specific colors. Asterisk color balance asterisk lets you adjust the red, green, and blue color balance in the shadows, midtones, and highlights. Asterisk color lookup, LUTs. You can import LUTs, lookup tables, to apply predefined color grading styles. LUTs are often used to create a specific cinematic look. Example, applying a color grade. 1. Add an adjustment layer above all your other layers, add layer empty. 2. Apply the color lookup effect to the adjustment layer, effect color lookup. 3. Select a LUT file. 7. Using expressions for dynamic compositing, code examples. Expressions allow you to create dynamic relationships between properties of different layers. This can be used for creating animated effects, automated behaviors, and responsive designs. Accessing expressions asterisk. Asterisk in the transform panel, or any property with a stopwatch icon, tap the stopwatch icon next to the property you want to control with an expression. This will open the expression editor. Basic expression syntax asterisk. Asterisk transform.position refers to the position property of a layer. Asterisk transform.rotation refers to the rotation property of a layer. Asterisk transform.scale refers to the scale property of a layer. Asterisk layer name .transform.position refers to the position of a specific layer. Asterisk time returns the current time in seconds. Asterisk wiggle frequency, amplitude, creates a random, jittering motion. Examples. Asterisk offsetting layer positions asterisk. Let's say you want to create a row of circles, each offset slightly from the previous one. Duplicate circle 2, and rename to circle 3. Change the circle 1 in the expression of circle 3 to circle 2 and so on. Asterisk creating a circular motion asterisk. Make a layer rotate in a circle around another layer. 1. Create 2 layers, center point, a small shape layer to act as the center, and orbiting layer. 2. On the orbiting layer's position property, add this expression. In this example, asterisk center X and center Y get the position of the center point layer. Asterisk radius defines the distance of the orbiting layer from the center. Asterisk angle calculates the angle of rotation based on time. Asterisk X and Y calculate the new position of the orbiting layer based on the angle and radius. Asterisk X, Y returns the new position as an array. Asterisk connecting rotation to another layer asterisk. Make one layer rotate based on the rotation of another layer. This code takes the rotation value from the layer A and applies it to layer B, multiplied by a scaling number, 2 in this example. 8. Advanced compositing techniques. Asterisk keying, chroma key / luma key. Removing a background color, usually green or blue, to isolate a subject. Alight Motion offers chroma key and luma key effects for this purpose. This is helpful to place video recordings of people onto another background. Asterisk tracking asterisk following the motion of an object in a video clip. This can be used to attach elements to moving objects or to stabilize shaky footage. Asterisk rotoscoping asterisk manually creating masks around objects to isolate them. This is a time-consuming process but can be necessary when keying doesn't work well. Asterisk camera tracking, 3D. If you want to place 3D objects realistically into a scene, you may want to use a camera tracker to generate data you can use to emulate camera movement. 9. Tips and best practices. Asterisk organize your layers. Asterisk rename your layers descriptively to keep your project organized, especially as complexity increases. Asterisk use adjustment layers. Asterisk apply color correction and grading effects to adjustment layers instead of directly to individual layers. This makes it easier to adjust the overall look of the composition without affecting each layer individually. Asterisk use pre-comps, nested compositions. Group related layers into pre-compositions, like folders. This simplifies complex projects and allows you to reuse elements. Asterisk render in high quality. Asterisk when you're finished, make sure to render your project in a high quality format to avoid artifacts and preserve the visual fidelity of your work. Asterisk experiment and iterate. Asterisk compositing is a creative process. Don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques and iterate on your designs until you achieve the desired result. Asterisk learn from others. Asterisk watch tutorials, analyze motion graphics from other artists, and try to recreate them. This is a great way to learn new techniques and develop your own style. Conclusion. Compositing is a vast and versatile field. This tutorial has provided a solid foundation, but the best way to become proficient is to practice, experiment, and explore. Dive into Alight Motion, try out these techniques, and don't be afraid to push the boundaries of what's possible. Good luck! Okay, let's dive deep into compositing in Alight Motion. This will be a comprehensive guide covering the basics, different blending modes, advanced techniques, and even some simple expressions, code, you can use to enhance your composites. Understanding compositing fundamentals. Asterisk what is compositing? In simple terms, compositing is the process of combining multiple visual elements, images, videos, text, shapes, effects, into a single, unified scene. Think of it like digital collage. Instead of physically cutting and pasting, you're using layers and blending techniques within Alight Motion to achieve the same effect. Asterisk why is compositing important? Asterisk visual storytelling. Asterisk compositing allows you to create complex and engaging visuals that would be impossible to capture in a single shot. You can add fantastical elements, enhance realism, or create abstract art. Asterisk flexibility and control. Asterisk it gives you greater control over each element of your visual scene. You can adjust the color, position, size, and opacity of individual layers without affecting the entire video. Asterisk corrections and enhancements. Asterisk compositing is essential for cleaning up footage, removing unwanted objects, color correcting, and adding special effects. Asterisk motion graphics. Asterisk it's a fundamental skill for creating animated titles, lower thirds, infographics, and other motion graphics elements. Asterisk key elements in Alight Motion compositing. Asterisk layers. Asterisk the foundation of compositing. Each visual element exists on its own layer. The order of layers matters, as the topmost layer will obscure the layers below. Asterisk layer order. Stacking order. Layers are stacked like sheets of paper. Layers at the top cover layers below. Change the order by dragging layers up or down in the timeline panel. Asterisk blending modes. Asterisk mathematical operations that determine how a layer interacts with the layers below it. This is where the magic happens, creating transparency, color effects, and more. Asterisk masking. Asterisk a way to selectively reveal or hide portions of a layer. Masks can be shapes, paths, or even other layers. Asterisk transformations. Asterisk control the position, rotation, scale, and anchor point of each layer. Asterisk opacity. Asterisk controls the transparency of a layer. 0% is completely transparent, 100% is fully opaque. Asterisk effects. Asterisk Alight Motion offers a wide range of effects, blur, color correction, distortion, etc., that can be applied to individual layers to enhance their appearance or create special effects. Asterisk expressions asterisk small pieces of code that can be used to dynamically control properties of layers, example animate a layer's position based on the time. 2. Setting up your Alight Motion project. 1. Create a new project asterisk. Asterisk open Alight Motion. Asterisk tap the plus button to start a new project. Asterisk choose your resolution, example 1080x1920 for vertical video, and frame rate, example 30 fps. Asterisk select a background color or keep it transparent. Asterisk tap create project. 2. Import your assets asterisk. Asterisk tap the plus button at the bottom. Asterisk choose image and video or audio to import your source files. You can import photos, video clips, and sound effects. Repeat this process to add all the elements you need. Asterisk arrange your layers in the timeline panel by dragging them up or down. 3. Exploring blending modes. Blending modes are the heart of compositing. They control how each layer interacts with the layers beneath it. Here's a breakdown of common blending modes and their effects. Asterisk normal asterisk this is the default blending mode. The top layer completely obscures the layers below it. Asterisk darken asterisk compares the color values of the top layer with the corresponding colors in the layers below. Keeps the darkest color of each pixel. This can be used to deepen shadows and create darker tones. Asterisk multiply asterisk multiplies the color values of the top layer by the color values of the layers below. This always results in a darker image. Good for creating shadows, adding textures, or darkening an image. Black becomes black, and white becomes transparent. Asterisk color burn asterisk darkens the colors of the underlying layers based on the brightness of the top layer. Creates a very saturated, contrasty look. Asterisk lighten asterisk compares the color values of the top layer with the corresponding colors in the layers below. Keeps the lightest color of each pixel. Can be used to brighten highlights. Asterisk screen asterisk inverts the colors of the top and bottom layers, multiplies them, and then inverts the result. This always results in a lighter image. Good for creating glows, highlights, and adding light effects. Black becomes transparent, and white becomes white. Asterisk color dodge asterisk brightens the colors of the underlying layers based on the brightness of the top layer. Creates a bright, often blown out look. Asterisk overlay asterisk combines multiply and screen modes. Darker areas of the base layer are darkened, and lighter areas are lightened. Preserves midtones. Great for adding contrast and texture. Asterisk soft light asterisk similar to overlay, but more subtle. It lightens or darkens depending on the brightness of the top layer. Less contrast than overlay. Asterisk hard light asterisk similar to overlay, but stronger. It lightens or darkens depending on the brightness of the top layer. Higher contrast than overlay. Asterisk difference asterisk subtracts the color values of the top layer from the color values of the layers below. Creates interesting color inversions and outlines. Asterisk exclusion asterisk similar to difference, but less extreme. Asterisk hue asterisk replaces the hue, color, of the underlying layers with the hue of the top layer. Asterisk saturation asterisk replaces the saturation, intensity of color, of the underlying layers with the saturation of the top layer. Asterisk color asterisk replaces both the hue and saturation of the underlying layers with the hue and saturation of the top layer. Asterisk luminosity asterisk replaces the luminosity, brightness, of the underlying layers with the luminosity of the top layer. How to use blending modes in Alight Motion asterisk. 1. Select the layer you want to apply the blending mode to. 2. Tap the blending and opacity option in the layer settings. 3. Choose the desired blending mode from the list. 4. Adjust the opacity slider to control the strength of the blending effect. Experiment. Example asterisk. Let's say you have a video clip of a cityscape and you want to add a subtle texture overlay. 1. Import your cityscape video. 2. Import a texture image, example a grunge texture or a starfield image. 3. Place the texture image on top of the video layer. 4. Select the texture layer. 5. Go to blending and opacity. 6. Try different blending modes like multiply, overlay, or soft light. 7. Adjust the opacity until you get the desired effect. 4. Masking techniques. Masking allows you to selectively reveal or hide portions of a layer. This is crucial for isolating elements, creating transitions, and achieving complex composites. Asterisk shape masks. Asterisk use basic shapes, rectangles, circles, stars, etc., to create masks. Asterisk vector masks. Drawing masks. Draw custom paths to create complex and precise masks. Asterisk luma masks. Asterisk use the brightness values of a layer to create a mask. Asterisk alpha masks. Asterisk use the transparency of a layer to create a mask. How to create masks in Alight motion. Asterisk. 1. Select the layer you want to mask. 2. Choose your masking method. Asterisk. Asterisk shape mask. Asterisk. Asterisk tap the plus button and add a shape, example a circle. Asterisk position and resize the shape. Asterisk select both the shape layer and the layer you want to mask. Asterisk tap the mask icon, usually looks like two overlapping circles or a small triangle, at the top of the screen. This creates a group and mask layer. Asterisk adjust the position of the shape to change the visible area of the video. Asterisk vector mask, drawing mask. Asterisk select the layer you want to mask. Asterisk tap the plus button and choose drawing tool. Asterisk draw a path around the area you want to reveal, or hide. Use the Bezier handles to refine the shape. Asterisk the layer is automatically masked. Example asterisk. Let's create a simple text reveal using a shape mask. 1. Create a background layer, example a solid color. 2. Add a text layer with the text you want to reveal. 3. Add a rectangle shape layer above the text layer. 4. Position the rectangle so that it covers the entire text. 5. Select both the rectangle and the text layer. 6. Tap the mask icon. Now the text is hidden behind the rectangle. 7. Animate the position of the rectangle, keyframe it, to slide across the text, revealing it over time. V. Transformations and keyframing. Asterisk transformations. Asterisk the position, scale, rotation, and anchor point of a layer. Asterisk keyframing. Asterisk setting values for a property at specific points in time, creating animation between those points. How to use transformations and keyframes. Asterisk. 1. Select the layer you want to animate. 2. Go to the Move and Transform tab. 3. Adjust the position, scale, rotation, or anchor point. 4. To add a keyframe, tap the small diamond icon next to the property you want to animate. 5. Move the playhead in the timeline to a different point in time. 6. Change the value of the property. Alight motion automatically creates a new keyframe. 7. Repeat steps 5 and 6 to create your animation. Example asterisk. Animate a layer fading in. 1. Select the layer you want to fade in. 2. Go to blending and opacity. 3. At the beginning of the timeline, add a keyframe for opacity with a value of 0%. 4. Move the playhead forward in time, example 1 second. 5. Change the opacity to 100%. Alight motion creates a new keyframe. Now the layer will fade in over 1 second. 6. Using effects for compositing. Alight motion has a wide range of effects that can be used to enhance your composites. Blur, soften edges or create depth of field. Color correction, adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, and other color properties. Distortion, warp or distort the image. Glow, add a glowing effect around the edges of a layer. Shadow, create realistic shadows. How to apply effects. 1. Select the layer you want to apply the effect to. 2. Tap the Effects tab. 3. Tap Add Effect. 4. Browse the categories of effects and choose the one you want. 5. Adjust the parameters of the effect to get the desired look. Example. Add a Gaussian blur to a background layer to create depth of field. 1. Select the background layer. 2. Go to Effects and add a Gaussian blur effect. 3. Increase the strength parameter of the blur. The higher the value, the more blurred the background will be. 7. Expressions, simple code, in Alight motion. Expressions are small pieces of code that allow you to dynamically control properties of layers. This can be used to create complex animations, link properties together, and automate tasks. How to use expressions. 1. Select the layer and the property you want to add an expression to, example position, rotation, opacity. 2. Tap the small link icon, looks like a chain, next to the property's value. 3. This will open the expression editor. 4. Enter your expression code. Basic expressions examples. Time, the current time in seconds. Example, position plus time 100, 0. This will make the layer move horizontally to the right over time. 100 is the speed. Wiggle, frequency, amplitude, creates a random, wiggling motion. Example, wiggle, 2, 50, this will make the layer's position wiggle randomly with a frequency of 2 wiggles per second and an amplitude of 50 pixels. Value at time, delay, gets the value of a property at a specific point in time. Example, if you have a layer that's moving, you can use this to create a trail effect. Position.value at time, 0.2, delay of 0.2 seconds. Linking properties, to link a property to another property, select the target property and tap the link icon, then select source property. Example, linking the Y position of layer 2 to the Y position of layer 1, layer 1 transform position 1. This means layer 1 transform position Y value. Code example, simple bouncing ball. This code will make a layer move up and down in a bouncing motion. Explanation. Amplitude, controls the height of the bounce. Frequency, controls the speed of the bounce, bounces per second. Math.sin, a mathematical function that creates a smooth, sinusoidal wave, a bouncing motion. Time, the current time in seconds. Position plus 0, Y position, adds the bouncing motion to the layer's current position, only affects the Y-axis. Steps. 1. Add a shape layer, example a circle. 2. Select the layer. 3. Go to Move and Transform and select the position property. 4. Tap the link icon to open the expression editor. 5. Paste the code into the expression editor. 6. Adjust the amplitude and frequency values to customize the bounce. 8. Advanced compositing techniques. Asterisk rotoscoping asterisk manually tracing around an object in each frame of a video clip to isolate it. Very time-consuming but useful for complex masking tasks. Alight Motion's drawing tool is your friend here. Asterisk chroma keying, green screen removing a specific color, usually green, from a video clip to make the background transparent. Use Alight Motion's chroma key effect. Asterisk motion tracking asterisk analyzing the movement of objects in a video clip and using that data to attach other elements to those objects. Alight Motion may not have a built-in tracker as powerful as dedicated compositing software, but you can use keyframing to manually track objects. Asterisk creating realistic shadows asterisk use blending modes, multiply, blur, and careful positioning to create convincing shadows. Asterisk color grading asterisk adjust the overall color palette of your composite to create a specific mood or style. Use Alight Motion's color correction effects. Asterisk using null objects asterisk empty layers that can be used as control points for other layers. This makes it easier to animate complex groupings of layers. 9. Tips and best practices. Asterisk organize your layers asterisk rename layers to make them easy to identify. Group related layers together. Asterisk use adjustment layers asterisk create adjustment layers to apply color correction and other effects to multiple layers at once. This helps maintain consistency. Asterisk work non-destructively asterisk use effects and masks instead of directly modifying your source footage whenever possible. This allows you to easily undo changes later. Asterisk experiment. The best way to learn compositing is to experiment with different techniques and see what works. Asterisk watch tutorials asterisk there are many great Alight Motion tutorials available online. Use them to learn new techniques and get inspiration. Asterisk optimize your project asterisk large projects can be slow and laggy. Consider using proxies, lower resolution versions of your footage, while editing, and then render at full resolution when you're finished. Example project ideas. Asterisk floating island asterisk combine a photo of an island with clouds, sky, and other elements to create a surreal floating island scene. Asterisk sci-fi hologram asterisk create a holographic projection effect using text, shapes, and glowing effects. Asterisk superhero transformation asterisk composite a video of a person transforming into a superhero, adding energy effects, flying animations, and a new costume. Asterisk product advertisement asterisk create a visually appealing advertisement for a product, using compositing to showcase its features and benefits. Asterisk lyric video asterisk create a dynamic lyric video with animated text, visual effects, and background elements that sync to the music. This is a comprehensive overview of compositing in Alight Motion. Remember to practice and experiment to develop your skills. Good luck.